Hi, welcome children. Today I am going to explain about the grade 6 unit 5 of the grade 6 science. Right, what is the unit 5 of the grade 6 science? The unit 5 of the grade 6 science is light, if not light and vision. Light and vision. Right, under this topic we have to learn about, firstly we have to learn about how can we see, right, and also to see something there is a sun here, light and eyes should be needed. There are two things is most important to seeing an object. They are, one of them is light, the another one is eyes. We cannot be seeing anything without those two substances, right? There are main factors. The main factors which are needed to see are, a sources of light and eyes. Those are the most important factors that should be needed to seeing an object. A sources of light and eyes. We cannot be seeing anything without a sources of light or eyes. These two factors are important. One factor is not necessary for seeing an object. Right now we have learned about there are two factors needed to see. One of them is a source of light, the another one is eyes. Right, now look at this picture. This picture represents the eyes. In the previous also we have learned this picture, no? Right, light fall onto the flowers and reflect and comes into the eyes, so flowers can be seen. Here light and eyes are important to seeing this flower. Right, now we are going to learn about the sources of light. Right, in our previous lesson we have learned about what is the sources of energy. Under this topic, in that lesson we have learned about sources of light mean the resources of energy mean resources that can be produce energy. Right, therefore the sources of light means, what is the sources of light? The sources of light means objects which emit light. Objects which emit lights are known as sources of lights. Objects which emit lights are known as sources of light. Right, then we will go to learn about what are the examples for the sources of light. Sun, bulb, it should be a lighted bulb, lighted lamp, lighted candle are the sources of the light because they are emit lights. Right, the main source which give light is the sun. Among the different sources of the light, our main source of light is sun. Right now we have learned about sources of light, no? Under the sources of light, firstly we have learned about object which emit light are known as sources of light. After that we have learned about some examples for the sources of light. One of them is sun, bulb, lamps, candle. Finally, under this topic we have learned about the main source which gives us light is the sun. Right, then we will go to learn about the luminous object. Now when we consider about the sources of light can be divided into the two groups. One of them is luminous object, the another one is non-luminous object. Luminous object and non-luminous object. Right, let's go to learn about what is the luminous object. The luminous object mean the objects which can produce their own lights. The objects which can produce their own light is called luminous object. Now we have learned about what is meant by luminous object, no? Luminous object mean the objects which can produce their own lights is called luminous object, right? Let's go to learn about what are the examples for the luminous object. Sun able to produce their own light, so sun belongs to the luminous object. Bulb, lighted bulb can produce their own light, so lighted bulb is also belongs to the luminous object. Lighted lamp also able to produce their own lights, so lighted lamp is also belongs to the luminous object. Next one, lighted candle is also able to produce their own light, therefore lighted candle also belongs to the luminous object, right? Firefly is the animal that can produce their own lights at night, therefore firefly is also belongs to the luminous object, right? Next one, lighted emitting mushroom. There is a special types of mushroom that can be emit light, so like that mushroom is also belongs to the luminous object. Right now we have learnt about what is meant by luminous object. No, the luminous object mean the objects which can produce their own light is called luminous object, right? After that we have learnt about examples for the luminous object. Sun, bulb, lamps, candle, firefly, lighted emitted mushroom are the examples for the luminous object. Right? Then we will go to learn about some picture relevant to the luminous object. This is the bulb. This bulb able to produce their own light, so lighted bulb is belongs to the luminous object. Now look at this picture. This picture represents the lighted lamp. This lamp also able to produce their own light, so this lighted lamp is also belongs to a luminous object because they can able to produce their own lights, right? Next one, right? This is the firefly. This firefly also emit light by producing their own light, so firefly is also belongs to a luminous object, right? This picture represents the light emitted mushroom. This one also able to produce their own light, therefore it is also belongs to the luminous object. Right now we have learnt about what is the luminous object, right? Then we are going to learn about the non-luminous object. Right? Let's go to learn about what is the non-luminous object. Objects which do not emit light. The objects which do not emit lights are known as non-luminous object. The objects which do not emit their own lights, as correctly taken, objects which do not emit their own light are known as non-luminous object. Right? Let's go to learn about what are the examples for the non-luminous object. Bed cannot be able to unable to produce their own lights, so it is belongs to the non-luminous object. Chair, table, moon also unable to produce their own light, so it is belongs to the non-luminous object. But now when we consider about the moon and planets can be seen brightly, but they cannot be produce their own lights. They can reflect light fallen from the sun onto the earth. They can able to reflect light fallen from sun to the earth, so therefore moon is seen as the brightly, right? Then we will go to our next topic, transmission of light through object. Right now we have learnt about, firstly we have learnt about how can we see, and then we have learnt about sources of lights. Under the sources of lights we have learnt about luminous objects and non-luminous object. Right now we are going to learn about our next topic, transmission of light through object. Some object clearly transmit light. Someone transmit light in bluer, and someone transmit light. Someone do not transmit light. Right, first we will go to learn about our next topic, According to the transmission of light, according to the transmission of light, object can be divided into three groups, if not three parts. Object can be divided into the three parts according to the transmission of light. Right, again see, according to the transmission of lights, objects can be divided into the three parts. One of them is transparent object, another one is translucent object, the third one is opaque object. Opaque object. Right, now we have learned about according to the transmission of lights, object can be divided into three parts. Can be divided into three parts. One of them is transparent object, another one is translucent object, third one is opaque object. Opaque object. Right, firstly we will go to learn about transparent object. First we are going to learn about the what is the transparent object. Right, now look at here. Object which fast light well, object which fast light well is known as transparent object. The transparent object mean object which pass light well. Object which pass light well is known as transparent object. Right, then we will go to learn about what are the examples for the transparent object. Glass, colorless polythene. Glass, colorless polythene are the substances which pass light well. Which pass light well. So, other side, if not things contained in the other side of the glass can be seen clearly because glass and colorless polythene transport if not pass light well. Fast light well. Right, now we have learned about what is meant by transparent object. Right, then we will go to learn about translucent object. Translucent object. What is the translucent object? Translucent object mean object which pass little light. Object which pass little light is known as translucent object. Is known as translucent object. Right, now we have learned about what is meant by translucent object. No, right, translucent object mean object which pass little light is known as translucent object. So what are the examples for the translucent object? The first one is oil paper. Second one is colored polythene. Right, in the oil paper and colored polythene, light is pass little bit. Therefore, the object if not things contained in the other side of the oil paper cannot be seen clearly. Cannot be seen clearly because light passes through this object is little. Right, now we have learned about what is the transparent object, what is the translucent object. Unclear water is also belongs to translucent object. Right, next one, opaque object. Opaque object. Right, let's go to learn about what is the opaque object. What is the opaque object? Object which not pass light. Object which not pass light is known as opaque object. Object which not pass light is known as opaque object. Now we have learned about transparent object, translucent object. Finally we have learned about opaque object. Right, let's go to learn about what are the examples for the opaque object. Wood, cardboard, metal, paper, tar. Right, light do not pass through this object. Therefore, other side in these substances are if not things contained in the other side of these substances are cannot be seen because light do not pass through this layer. Light do not pass through these substances. Right, now we have learnt about what is the transparent object, what is the translucent object, what is the opaque object. Right, these object we have divided like that according to the transmission of light. Transmission of light. If light pass well, such substances are known as transparent. If little light pass through the object, like that object is known as translucent object. If light do not pass through the object, such object are known as opaque object. opaque object. Right, then we will go to learn about light rays and light beams. Light rays and light beams is the simple topic. Right, this is the structure of the light rays. The narrow path in which light is transmitted known as light rays. The light rays mean the narrow path in which light is transmitted known as light rays. Right, light ray is represented by a straight line. Light ray is represented by a straight line. Straight line is used to represent the light rays, and also the direction of the light rays is represented by like that arrowhead. Like that arrowhead, this is the light rays. This is the light rays. Right, then we will go to learn about light beams. Light beams. What is the light beams? Light beams, a collection of light rays. A collection of light rays is known as light beam. A collection of light rays is known as light beams. Right. Right, light beams. Light beams mean like that. This is the light rays. One light rays. This is the another light rays. Another light rays. The collection of the like that light rays are collection of the light rays are known as light beams. Light beams, mainly there are different types. This is the parallel beams of light, and also there is a light beam like that. Like that light beam. Like that light beams is known as convergent beams of light, and also there is a light beam like that, spread. Like that light beams is known as divergent beams of light. Divergent beams of light. Right, now we have learned about what is the light rays and what is the light beams. Right, then we will go to learn about application of lights. Application of lights. Under this topic, first we have to learn about the first application of the light is for the production of food in plants. It means photosynthesis. It means photosynthesis. Right, light is most important for the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis cannot be done without the light. The second one is to give a clear vision. To give a clear vision. To give a clear vision also light is most important. The next one, illumination. Illumination as a signals for communication in the medical field, for entertainments. Those are the application of the lights. Those are the application of lights. Now we have learned about application of lights. On this topic we have learned about different application of lights. No, the first one is for the production of food in plants, to give a clear vision. Illumination as signals for communication in the medical field, for entertainments. For entertainments. Right, then we will go to for the production of food in plants. For the production of food in plants. Green plants can produce their own foods. In our previous lessons also we have learnt about green plants can produce their own food. Right, the energy needed for this process, the energy needed for the process of food production, the energy needed for the process of food production is obtained from the sunlight. Is obtained from the sunlight. You all know that all other animals directly or indirectly depend on plants for food. So the main advantage of light is producing food in green plants. Now when we consider about the importance or advantages of sun, the main importance of the sun is, if not light, is producing food. Producing food. The world depend on that food. World depend on that food. Right, then we will go to our next topic. To give a clear vision. To give a clear vision, like that bulb can be used. No, like that bulb can be used. Therefore, to give a clear vision, light is most important. Right, next one. People receive light from natural objects such as sun, moon, stars, no, and also but after the invention of fire, man was able to produce light from various sources. With the development of technology, the light bulb was invented to get light. Today, there are many types of bulb in the market. Right, then we will go to learn about illumination. Right, this picture represents the illumination. No? This illumination mainly occur through the light. Without light cannot be take the like that illumination. Therefore, the light is most important for the illumination. Light is most important for the illumination. Right, next one. This picture also represent the some light, no? Right, here also produce the illumination. Here also illumination is produced by the light. Right, next one also, this picture also represent illumination. Right, large light sources are used in marketplaces, populated streets, shopping complex, no? And also then we are going to learn about the signal. This picture represent signal, no? This signal is represented by using a light. This is the color light. Right, different colors are used to give the different signals. Red color, yellow color and green color, no? Right, red is a color which shows a danger. Red is a color which shows a danger. In traffic signal, you may have seen the colors red, green and yellow. Right, then we will go to learn about our next importance of the light for communication. For communication, telephone messages are transmitted through optical fibers. You will be able to learn about what is the optical fibers in your next future videos. Right, optic fibers are used to connect computer network, high standard audio visual equipment, and also to send telephone messages, to maintain internet connection. Right, optical fibers are used for this process. Then we will go to another importance of the light in the medical field. In the medical field also, light is used to diagnose some diseases and some scans. Right, doctors use laser rays to treat eye patients, to heart operation, to treat wound in the digestive system. This has increased the efficiency of treatments. Doctors has use laser rays, no? Laser rays are used to treat eye patient, in heart operation, to treat wound in the digestive system. Right, next one. For entertainments also light can be used. Right, in musical shows and fairs, light is used in large scales. They use spotlights of different colors to light up the stage. Even lights are used in toys designed for children. Right, then fog light. This is the fog light. Fog light can be used to in the mist condition. During the mist condition, cannot be seen clearly in the far direction. Therefore, fog light can able to penetrate through the mist. Therefore, fog light is important due to the condition of mist. Right, there is a new type of lamp in modern vehicle as fog light. Fog light to be used when the atmosphere become translucent because of the mist. Right, because of the mist, atmosphere become translucent. To overcome these obstacles, fog light is most important. Fog light is most important. Right, then we will go to optical fibers. Right, this picture represents the optical fibers. Optical fibers can be used to transmit light for far distance within the quick time. Optical fibers are a type of flexible fibers which are made up of special types of glass or plastic. An optic tube is used a collection of such fibers. The use of such tube to transport this light is called optical fiber technology. Optical fiber technology. Right, then we are going to learn about some of the scientists. Thomas Alva Edison. Right, He is the scientist invented firstly the bulb. Right. The first bulb with carbon filament is in the United States of America was invented by Thomas Alva Edison. Right. Today, under the Unit 5 of the Grade 6 Science, we have learnt about light and vision. Under this topic, firstly we have learnt about how can we see, and then we have learnt about sources of light. Under the sources of light, we have learnt about luminous object and non-luminous object. After that, we have learnt about transmission of light through object. According to the transmission of light through object have been divided into the three groups: transparent object, translucent object, and opaque object. After that, finally we have learnt about application of lights. Right. In my next video, I will explain Unit 6 of the Grade 6 Science. Right. Have a nice day.